Welcome back everyone to the channel. I am super excited to show you this product here. You may be wondering what's in this box, and it is a full exhaust system from the one and only Fuel Moto. As you can see, I have a few helpers here today. In this box here, I just received, not even 15 minutes ago, a new full exhaust system from Fuel Moto. Now, obviously it's not gonna go in my turbo bike, but it's gonna go on my hot rod bagger I have back here, my CVO hot rod bagger, as I like to call it. Now on there, I currently have the Bassani 201 Super Bike, and I like the exhaust system. It sounds good, except when we're gonna go over to the horsepower there, we're trying to get along with the torque, it just kind of caps out. So if you have like a regular engine, a 131, or your average kind of 131, or I should say like a 150-ish horsepower, maybe a little bit above that, I think you're fine with that pipe. But we're trying to go with more, and this pipe right here from Fuel Moto was highly recommended to me, and I decided to buy it, and here it is, right? So the exhaust is the Jackpot RTX something FS. I'll put it here in the description below. So instead of waiting to you know, open the box with you guys watching me open the box and cut it open, I just decided to just kind of have it already opened and show you guys what's in this box. I already got this part of the exhaust here, the tailpipe, if you will, and I'm looking at it. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like here in a bit. All right, so here's a close-up video of this exhaust here, or a close-up shot. This is called the Jackpot, and it's made from stainless steel. And as you can see in the inside, that's the baffle. I hope I can get it all the way through. But this is supposed to increase torque and horsepower. It's quite long. Let me see how long it is, if I can. My arms are not long enough to show you. But this is what it looks like. Now I'm showing you this product like this because I have not found a video that shows you all of this detail that I'm showing you now. Now, of course, here, we like to make things a little fancy, so I'm gonna try to polish it, right? But this is what this part looks like. All right, so that box, or that part right there, comes in a box here that's actually stable to the box. It's pretty cool, so it doesn't move around on you. Here you got your fasteners, your bolts, and it looks like you have your wideband and I guess regular band O2 sensor covers or plugs. So that's in this box here. Here's the head pipe, man. Look at this. All right, so far I like what I'm seeing. It looks like it's very well welded together here. Things are not hitting. Yeah, dude, everything looks good to me. Let me get this closer to you guys so you can see it. All right, so this is a part of the head pipe, right, that goes into the front cylinder. Now, one thing I was not able to see on the videos was that this pipe, or this head pipe here, comes with your, I guess your O2 sensors. They come, I guess, stock, and the wideband O2 sensors. So that's very, very nice because sometimes it's either one or the other. Now, the brushing, the finish that they did to it, it is nice. I like it. Now let's look at the one that would go to the rear cylinder, and that is what it looks like, you all. And I'm really happy with this so far. It has a little bit of weight to it, but nothing crazy compared to like your tailpipes from other companies that you can just replace your exhaust with. So again, it's gonna be 2-in-1. Here it is. Let me see if I could get this in the camera for you guys, one hand. Yeah, that's what it looks like there. So now that we have the exhaust system, the complete exhaust system, this is, excuse me, what it will look like. Well, here installed, it's quite long because I usually like the shorty look, but we want to increase our torque numbers as well. So that's why we went with this longer pipe here. So this is what it looks like. Now, what I was going to tell you all is I'm going to try to polish the stainless steel by hand, right? And I'm going to show you guys the products that I use, which are the same products that I use to shine my swing arm from Trask Performance and the jugs from Motor Witch. And I'm going to just see. I'm going to try maybe, I don't know, a spot down here or something and see how it looks like, okay? So the two products that I use, let me get my towels off of them. are both from Cypher. This is what I use to actually polish the metal, the stainless steel. And I use this here, what is this, the Pro 50 Eliminator right here from Cypher. And I use this first to, I guess, just kind of get rid of some contaminants or water spots or whatever the case may be. And as you can tell, I'm running out. So what I do here is I just put a little bit on the towel like that. And I don't know where to pick. I guess let me just pick this. Well, no, that goes inside the pipe, right? Yeah, that goes inside the pipe. Let me just pick this this spot right here. I just do this. How about that? What you do is real simple. You just go ahead and rub it on here. It cleans it for you, gets any contaminants off. You let it sit for, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds, or even a minute if you want. And then while I kind of wait for that to happen, as you can tell, I've used this rag quite a bit. I'm gonna get this one here, shake it up. All right, I'm gonna shake it up here. And then you can either put it on the surface, but I like to kind of put it on here. I had to take the top off because, whoa, it was kind of stuck here. Oh man, that might be a little much. Let me just put that there. And then I just kind of mix the towel with itself. And then with the dry part of this, I go back and I dry off, or I wipe down where I had put that Pro 50 on. And even that looks a little cleaner to me. But anyhow, so I'm just gonna start just putting some elbow grease on, right? So you start going back and forth. Anytime you start rubbing this down or wiping this down, you kind of do so until you see the white part or the white part of the polish here turn black. And that's when you're getting into the aluminum, right? Now in terms of how much pressure I'm putting on this, I'm just literally going back and forth in a circle. I'm not really putting any any pressure on there except just what you normally would when you're drying a car, you know, or your motorcycle. All right, so normally I expect the polish to kind of turn black over here, but it didn't. But that's probably because it's a brand new pipe here. So, but I did get it on this end here. Brother, can you see I'm working here? Excuse me, sir. Anyways, that's my boy. So now I'm just gonna grab another towel, microfiber towel that is, and I'm literally just wiping it off. Literally, that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything else. Now, I don't know if you can see in the video, but there was like a heat mark right here from the weld. And with that little bit that I did there, which wasn't long at all, it looks like it brushed it off. And to me, that section right there looks, excuse me, sir. This section right here to me looks like it's shinier for sure. So I'm gonna do this for the whole pipe, the head pipe and everything, just to make sure it looks good. The reason is because I want to give it a, when it heats up, so it can look more bronzish kind of. But I'm just gonna polish it now. So this one here is now polished right here, right? And then this is what I did by hand right here. So I think you can tell the difference, right? So a little bit of an elbow grease and no elbow grease. They're both good, it just depends what you want. Here it is after I've polished it, or I've given it about 3 coats just with my hand. And I think it's come out really nice. Once we're out in the sun, you'll be able to tell the difference before and after the the aluminum polish that I did on these, right? And I'm pretty happy with it. So here, also in the package, I just want to cover, because you know, remember I showed you that the bag with some hardware items in there. You're gonna get your seals here. You're gonna get these 2 screws here, and then these 4 caps. 2 are for your wideband O2s, and then the other smaller ones are for the stock ones you get. So if you want to cover those up, whichever one you have, you would just use those. And then it comes with spacers for your floorboard, and then you get this nice clamp. Since we're going to replace this Bassani 2-into-1 pipe, I thought it was a good idea to just turn this bad boy on and see what it sounds like with this pipe on as a cold start for the last time. So without further ado, here we go. I hope you got that sound, because this Bassani pipe sounds really, really good. Now, just as a recap, the only reason that we're replacing this exhaust is simply because it's restrictive to the horsepower and torque numbers we're trying to get on this build here. Now, I will say that if you have a build that has around 150, 155 horsepower, maybe a little bit more, and torque, this pipe here is on the money. You know, it's good, it sounds good, it's out the way, it comes with heat shields. For the money, I think it's worth it, right? However, we're trying to get more horsepower out of it, and then that's why we're going to try out this Fuel Moto RTX 2-in-1 pipe. And it's my understanding that we'll get those numbers as it was recommended to me. Now, also, what I had to change out was the Alloy Art Boombox 2.8, because it was just sucking in too much air, and the fuel to air ratio was just off, and it just kept fighting itself, right? So this HPI V2 air cleaner was recommended to me, so I got it. It's installed. I think it looks great. I like it a lot. So the hope is that with this air box here and this Fuel Moto exhaust, we'll get those targeted numbers on pump gas on this engine reliable. So now that you have the little history behind that, let's get to installing this Fuel Moto 2-in-1 pipe. Let's do it. All right, everyone, so this installation is pretty straightforward. However, I do have a problem here, and I have a clearance issue. So if you have a Trask wing arm and you're trying to get this pipe, the tailpipe installed, if you will, then, I'm sorry, the muffler part, then you're gonna have this clearance issue right here. See? And I called Fuel Moto, and they said it was okay to, you know, get a soft hammer or something and hammer it in. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, it's recording, okay. All right, everybody, so the installation is complete. I'm about to turn it on so we can compare, and I'm excited to see what it sounds like in our pursuit for the maximum reliable horsepower and torque, right? Now, a few issues I had with the installation, nothing necessarily with the exhaust, the fitment in terms of, you know, where the headers are and going down, but the kit does come with a couple of spacers for your floorboard so it can come out a little bit. The spacer for the front part, or the front part of the of where your floorboard goes, was just a little too thick for the stock bolt. Fortunately, I had some other spacers from my Trask Turbo that I went ahead and installed there, and it worked just fine with the OEM floorboard bolt. The rear one went on there like a glove, no problem. And I did have to put some spacers, and this could be lack of knowledge in installing exhaust systems. This is the first one I've ever installed myself. But I had to put some spacers, very small spacers in the back here where the tailpipe, the muffler connects to the, like where the bag is at on the bottom there. And the only reason I did that was because if I merged it all the way up, it would hit my my swing arm down here. So I was trying to figure it out, but we have a higher suspension on this motorcycle, so therefore I think that's why I needed them. Now, I think the spacers I got are too big, so I'm just going to replace them for smaller ones and tuck the pipe a little bit more underneath. And that was it with that. No clearance issues up here, down here, coming from the rear one. Around here, it just flows. So that's basically just little spacers is what I needed. But again, we have everything aftermarket, and you put something else aftermarket, you kind of run into those issues. But the only thing I don't like about it, so far I haven't turned it on, is that it doesn't come with heat shields like my Bassani exhaust did. So I think I'm like mumbling here because I'm so excited. So, all right, we're gonna turn it on. I did polish it. I did wipe it down with alcohol. So here we go. Okay. 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 All right, I see it. Okay, I smell the heat of it. This is the first time I'm using it. Normally I like to give it a little bit more time before I rev it, but I'm gonna rev it, see what it sounds like. But it sounds similar, just deeper than that one. Oh! Oh! Oh, okay, okay. If there's it sounds more grrr. I don't know how else to say it. I'm gonna give it one more and I'll turn it off. Okay. Well, everybody, the exhaust is installed. I tried to make the outro over there at the house many times, but it just didn't work out. I'll try to put some clips here if I can. So, as you can tell, I'm off of the highway here, and I was able to find a nice parking spot. And I can give you an initial review. As you can see, this header pipe section doesn't come with heat shields. So it doesn't come with heat shields, but you can tell that the polishing that I did is already turning kind of like that bronze kind of color look, which I think looks pretty good. I'm very satisfied with it. The sound, let's talk about the sound. The sound on this bad boy, it sounds good. It's very different from the Bassani, because it was kind of like a mid-length kind of pipe. To me, it doesn't sound as loud, but this one sounds more like more low pitch, more gruntier, if you will. And I like it. I like it. It's just a different sound. The bike feels about just as fast. Obviously, it has to get retuned, right? Because we got the HPI V2 air cleaner here, and this Fuel Moto Jackpot RTX 2-in-1 in stainless steel here, as you see it before your eyes. So, you know, it still has to get tuned. But in terms of the performance, it feels about the same, you know, according to the butt dyno machine, right? But I like it. It's different. So this is a setup here that should get us to the targeted numbers whenever we get a chance to get it dynoed. But here she is. I mean, damn, she looks, this Mako Shark Fade, y'all, looks good in the sun, man. It looks good. And some of you all said that the setup I have here makes it look like a pirate, and I think that's what I'm going to call this bad boy. So I think moving forward, the name of this bad boy is going to be the Pirate. Whether I have one cover or both covers or no covers, I kind of agree with you guys that it's going to be called the Pirate. Actually, my turbo is not even named, but let me turn this light on for you guys here. Where's the ignition switch? There it is. And there she is in all her glory, known as now the Pirate. The one I have covered up is white. So these are really, really bright. So, you know, at nighttime, obviously, I'll take it off. But nonetheless, this is the my review of this bike. Oh, of course, the installation. Let's talk about the installation. So normally I was looking, but if you see back here, I don't know if I can see in the camera, the swing arm here is a different swing arm, is aftermarket. So I had to call Fuel Moto, and they advised me that it's okay to kind of hit it with a a blunt object right here and just kind of make a little dent in there so it can clear the swing arm. Also, as you know, we're rolling with the Revo Arc Legend suspension, so it's like 13.5 inches. So obviously, you know, you have what, an inch and a half higher suspension, if you will, at all times. So I think that's why I had to do that, but they told me it was okay, so I did it, and it was pretty easy. I had to put some spacers on the rear bracket here because of the frame is at this angle here in terms of the motorcycle frame, but the suspension is longer, like I said. So I had to put some spacers there. Nothing bad, it looks good. The reason was I had to put spacers was because if not, it was just gonna look weird. The suspension, the exhaust was gonna kind of be canted up towards the back. In terms of the installation, it was pretty straightforward. What I really like about this, oh, you got to put this bracket here next to this here. Initially I thought it was going to be over by the transmission, so it worked out good. A thing that I really like, and let me know in the comments if you know of other exhaust companies that have this, but I think they do. But you have the regular O2 sensors, and you have the wideband O2 sensors cap up here. So I have them both, and I really like them. Let me get on to the other side, because whenever I upgrade to that, if I do, I don't know, I got them in my turbo, obviously I get better horsepower. Oh no, you can't see it from here. Maybe you can, I don't know. Whenever you I decide to upgrade to them, then that's the point. At that point I'll go ahead and I just take the plugs out, put in the wideband O2 sensors, and that's it. Of course, I'm going off topic from the exhaust, but my ultra cool system here, it works flawless. These cylinders are so cool, guys, that it hasn't even turned on. Granted, we are like in December, but in Texas it still gets you know, warm around this time frame. So I'll give you a better review in terms of the cooling for the jugs in the hot Texas summers. But here it is, guys. This is the review, my initial review. We're gonna, you know, still ride it and do some endurance tests and get a dyno and see what the numbers are, and wherever the numbers fall, they will fall. But I'm excited that they're going to be very impressive for the setup here that we have here. So with that being said, guys, y'all be good. Nothing but love and respect to y'all, and from pirating you guys, y'all have a good day. Peace.